make sure I can find my camera here. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, it's always exceptional to and fun to do the Employee of the Month. And our surviving, our sole person in the audience tonight had to be here. And I got the look, when I came down, I got the look. I don't know if you've ever had the look by Kathleen Davenport or not, but I have been on the receiving end of that a couple of times. But I'd like to introduce our Employee of the Month, Ms. Kathleen Davenport. And Kathleen Davenport and I go a long ways back. She was a bus driver at Westside when I started in a long time ago, 1986. And I was looking at Kathleen's personnel record today just to prepare a little bit. She has been an employee as a bus driver, as a special education assistant, and has been at the high school since 2002. Is that right? And has been at the high school since 2002 as a technical education assistant. And I heard a story today about Kathleen Davenport in regard to, I know the board is very interested in CTE. Well, one of her former students that she worked with is a mechanic at a Ford dealership in our area. And he had used a torch to cut a bolt off, precise. And they said, "Where did you learn that? Did you learn that at Lincoln, where he went to school at?" And he said, "No, I learned it from Kathleen Davenport." So what higher praise can we do? We think we got to have all this CTE, TCAT and all this. Well, we've got Kathleen Davenport teaching these boys how to use a torch. But he learned that from her. I also learned a story today, Kathleen. This is on a person who she probably don't even know this story, but I heard this story about when it was picture day or something where this kid needed a haircut, couldn't afford a haircut. And you know what Kathleen did? She cut this kid's hair so he would look good on picture day. Now let me tell you, that's the kind of employees we have working in our school system. And so I'm not going to be lengthy at all, but let me tell you what our CTE director said about Kathleen Davenport. Mr. Crystal Kennedy, our CTE director, said, "Kathleen is an invaluable member of the Cannon County High School CTE department that keeps Ag Shop running like a well-oiled machine." There you go, using our CTE terms. She sets expected behaviors and processes in place on day one. And students honor and respect that throughout the year. As long as Miss Kathleen is here, every tool is accounted for, and every student that is fortunate enough to cross her path knows that they are cared for by Miss Kathleen. She's dependable, hardworking. Now, she said it, I didn't, Kathleen, and feisty. Now, you can put whatever definition you want to on that. And we are so very grateful that she is a part of our Cannon County High School family. Principal Courtney Nichols said this: "Miss Kathleen is an exceptional staff member that always goes above and beyond her job duties. Miss Kathleen always brings out the best in everyone and pushes her students to excel. Cannon County High School is very lucky to have someone who has such a big heart for their students. Miss Kathleen has been an integral part of the Cannon County High School Agricultural Mechanics program, and, Ms. Nichols says, and consistently prepares her students for post-secondary success. The skill that she teaches her students will last them for a lifetime. The world is a better place with Miss Kathleen in it." What greater thing? Give Miss Kathleen a round of applause as our Employee of the Month. Miss Kathleen, would you come up and get a hopefully my camera is up. She's got it in house too. I'll bet. Kathleen, I will say, as your director, but as you I appreciate I did teach for a daughter, Jennifer, and she was in my first class that I taught, and she was in the U.S. Navy Airline. So if she's going to the U.S. Navy and found something, I think it's the U.S. Navy. I appreciate that one of my favorite people in life. Our place. I'll let you see. I'll let you see. One of our oldest employees, 1974.
Ready, sir?
I am ready, sir.
All right, Mr. Curtis, call the roll.
Mr. McMackins.
Here.
Ms. Duggan.
Here.
Mr. Mullins.
Here.
Ms. Thomas.
Here. Chairman
Chairman Fan.
Here.
Mr. Chairman, you have all board members present. You have a quorum.
All right, item number 1 is to approve the agenda. Do I have a motion?
I make that motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion to approve the agenda of the January 14, 2021 meeting of the Cannon County Board of Education. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
Item number 2, the consent agenda, is approve the minutes of the December 10th meeting and approve Royce Bryson Prater as a non-faculty boys assistant basketball coach.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. Mullins, seconded by Ms. Thomas to approve the consent agenda. A, approve the minutes of the December 10, 2020 meeting of the board. B, no bus trips. And C, approve Mr. Royce Bryson Prater as a non-faculty East Side School boys assistant basketball coach. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
Item number 3 was to discuss the governor's executive order number 71. We did that at the workshop. Does anybody have any questions? All right. Item number 4 is to revise the reopening plan of the 2021 school year. I don't think we'll ever get it right, but I think we've worked on it. Mr. Curtis, you want to say anything on that?
I would just ask you to approve the revised reopening plan as presented. And you see that, we went over it in detail at the workshop, and I will have something to say here in a few moments for my comments in regard to some flex days that we're putting into the schedule. So I would move its adoption, Mr. Chairman.
All right, do I have a motion?
I motion to approve.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second's been made. Call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. McMackins, seconded by Ms. Duggan to approve the revised reopening plan 2020-2021 as presented. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas. Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays. And I'll get that on the website in the morning. We'll have that available for the general public.
Item number 5 is to discuss the extension of the FCRA. Mr. Curtis?
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, you have a copy of Cannon County Board Policy 5.3051. All I'm asking is to change the December 31st date of 2020, change that to March 30th, 2021. We talked about the workshop, and we're going to extend this courtesy to our Cannon County Schools family so they can continue using the FFCRA due to COVID-19. And that's due to COVID-19 only. And that'll be continued through March. I'm expecting something come down from the feds where this may change even more.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second's been made. Take your pick.
I think he
I
got,
think he got
edged it just a little bit.
Call the roll.
Motion made by Ms. Duggan, seconded by Mr. Mullins to revise County Board of Education Policy 5.3051, line 3, changing December 2020 to March 30th, 2021. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
Item number 6 is the budget amendments. Amendment number 4 and amendment number 5. Does anybody have any questions on those? Nobody understands what they are? All right. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make that motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Call the roll.
Motion made by Ms. Thomas, seconded by Mr. McMackins to approve budget amendments BOE 20/21-4 and BOE 2020/21-5 and send to the Cannon County Commission. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fee.
Aye.
Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
All right, the ESSER funds expenditure guidance, that is going to be, according to my data, $1,601,092.95. You've got to gather intel, Mr. Curtis?
I am, this is information for you only at this meeting, but action will be needed at the February 11th, 2020 meeting of the board.
So that
And we'll have you some options there, at least 2 options, Plan A and Plan B for you. And so if you have any other suggestions, I'll be meeting with principals and supervisors, and we will have that for you ready to roll on the, at the workshop in February.
It will be on that.
And there'll be a timeline that we'll need to get that moving along. So it may be, I think Ms. Mullins will tell me that we'll have to do that before the end of February. But if we do it at the board meeting in February, we will be fine, ready to go, and I'll have all that ready for you. So no action is needed on this at all at this meeting, but it will be in February.
All right, item number 8, review policies 2.200 through 2.900. We did that at the workshop. Anybody have any questions on them? All right, do I have a motion to approve we reviewed it?
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second's been made. Mr. Curtis, call the roll.
Motion made by Mr. Mullins, seconded by Ms. Thomas, that the Cannon County Board of Education policies 2.200 through 2.900 physical management were reviewed. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
Item number 9 is selection of budget workshop dates for February and March. February 8th and February 22nd were mentioned, and March 2nd at 6 p.m. That's still okay with everybody? Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second's been made. Call the roll, Mr. Curtis.
Motion made by Ms. Duggan, seconded by Mr. Mullins, to approve the following dates as Cannon County Board of Education budget workshops. February 8th, 2021, 6 p.m. following the regular workshop. February 22nd, 2021, 6 p.m. and March 2nd, 2021, 6 p.m. Mr. McMackins.
Aye.
Ms. Duggan.
Aye.
Mr. Mullins.
Aye.
Ms. Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Fan.
Aye.
Mr. Chairman, 5 ayes, no nays.
Okay, the safety report was covered in the workshop. Item number 11. Mr. Curtis?
I'd like to read the press release that is going to go out directly after this meeting, and this is in regard to our Flex asynchronous learning days. Cannon County Schools has announced that certain Fridays in January, February, and March will be conducted as Flex Slant asynchronous learning days. Friday, January 29th, 2021, Friday, February the 5th, 2021, Friday, February 26th, 2021, and Friday, March 26th, 2021, will be off-campus days for most Cannon County students. Students that are failing classes will be required to attend on these days, and other students in our life skills CDC classes will also be attending. Bus service will also take place for those students required to attend. Lunch will be served to those students in attendance, and limited ESP services will also take place. Schools will inform those students that must attend on these days. However, most students will be learning from their homes on these days. Assignments will be provided in multiple ways via the Google Classroom and Packet on those days. Director of Cannon County Schools, Mr. William F. Curtis stated, I met with supervisors and principals today, January 14th, 2021, and they suggested possible dates that would work in our schedule. Some weeks were already 4-day weeks due to holidays. Martin Luther King Day, Monday, January the 18th, 2021, and I'll correct that before I send it out. President's Day, Monday, February 15th, 2021, and a Professional Development Day on Tuesday, March the 2nd, 2021. We are continuing to evaluate our COVID-19 response, and teachers are in need of these flex days to work with failing students on a one-on-one basis and to utilize these days for preparation and evaluation of learning. We have incredible educators that are working extremely hard, and these days will assist them in multiple ways. We continue our focus on the vision of Cannon County Schools, engage in excellence every day and in every way, and our mission to create a unified environment that will provide opportunities for all students to reach their full potential. We sincerely appreciate our parents and guardians and their partnership with all our schools in Cannon County. Any questions regarding that? And again, we got consensus with our principals and teacher representation, and so I think this will greatly aid us, and particularly those individuals and students that are failing in our upper grades particularly. And then we continue on 4 days a week on those days, 4 days a week, everybody, and then the 5th day will be a flex asynchronous learning for those students. Any question from the board? All right, lots of other stuff that's happening, and I'll review that and send you emails. Lots of stuff. Next week's going to be a busy week with the legislature meeting, so there'll be lots of stuff happening, and I'll try to keep you informed on that. We got the bills late this afternoon, so I'll send you all a press release from the governor's office, and there'll be more coming on that. So expect next week to see several emails from me and giving you a progress report on the state legislature. Okay, any questions? Mr. Chairman, that's all I have. I think that's a record for FC.
I'd like to thank everyone for being patient with us and for your communication skills. COVID has made everything extremely, extremely hard on the staff. I can't imagine what you're going through, but it's been pretty rough on our end, I'll tell you that. But I thank everyone for their patience and their comments. We're going to try our best to get through this. Hopefully we've made some improvements. I'm sure there'll be some other improvements that'll have to be made. Thank you again. Everybody try to be safe. Thank you. That's all I have. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
Can I say one thing, Mr. Chairman?
You may.
Mr. Balboa, you got here a little late. You're a gentleman. Rocky, this is Rocky Balboa. He's the coach at Eastside, and your man got approved. Fine.
Mr. Rubble, something will be sent out by your principal. The principal have all those are doing the game times. I'm assuming they're going to start at 6 o'clock for the girls' game and the boys' game immediately following. So mainly to try to get everybody, getting all those games in. So principals were involved in that, so talk to Miss Connie, and if there needs to be a change, please let her know. And that's why they were trying to get them all in. When you get, 6 schools playing one another, it's hard to get those games in the amount of time. And our what's happened, our schedule has had to be greatly compacted because of COVID. We appreciate you, appreciate volunteer coaches across the district. I mean, it takes you to get it done, or they wouldn't have that at all. So, Rocky, I appreciate it very much. And I think the board does too. And all of our volunteer coaches that work incredible hours, don't get paid, and just do it for the sake of the kids and the game. So that's what we're very fortunate to have individuals like you doing it. So thank you, sir.
Even if you are a UCLA thing, that's all right.
I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second's been made.